We are often told start with the easiest problem on a test and then work towards the more difficult problems because that will help you get the easiest ones done. That'll give you confidence and so forth. But that actually is good advice only if you have not studied at all. But a very good strategy is to look over a test when you first get it and then pick out the hardest problem. Work on it only for a couple minutes until you start to feel that internal, no, I don't know what to do next. And that's usually, only about 2 minutes into the problem. Then pull yourself off and go to an easy problem. While you are focused on that easier problem, you are actually using a different part of your brain. And in the meantime, there's this much more wide ranging, what is called the default mode network that is pinging around in the background. As soon as you take your focus off that first difficult problem, that turns on the default mode's network ability to ping around and work in the background on that hard problem. Later in the test, when you return to the hard problem, you'll find you can suddenly make progress on it. So that's taking very clever advantage of these two different modes, your focused mode that's and then this much more broad mind wandering default mode network that I call the diffuse mode. So if you use both of these modes, there is a way to actually use them both at the same time, but just not on the same problem.
You're trying to assimilate the information, but you need the breaks. And I don't think people realize this, or this gets enough talked about, is having the breaks after a certain learning, but having that time where you're just not focused on anything. You mentioned exercise is a great way for the diffuse mode, but doing something that's completely different so your body has that break so it can consolidate the information in the background. Your diffuse mode is still working, providing you those insights and storing it from working memory into long-term memory, which a lot of times people think that they have something in long-term memory.
That's right. So you ping back and forth when you're learning. You can't be in both modes at the same time on the same topic.